All right, let's start by just getting a couple of things out of the way. How does it shake up at quarterback? That's number one. But number two, there were some weird quotes because I just kind of assumed after the preseason game that Sudfeld played terribly. Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the backup quarterback. Like, there's no question about that. But there were some things that Dan Campbell said that's a little different. So here's where we're at. Here's what Dan Campbell said, and we can get this out of the way. He said the plan right now would be Martinez is going to get a little bit less because Teddy needs to start getting some. Campbell said Saturday. So you're looking at Nate and Teddy right now. And Adrian is the one who's probably going to have to take a little bit of a back seat and not get as many reps. So we know this. There's a clear second and third, or a clear 2-3. Those are two guys that are going for it. But it started getting a little bit interesting when you have it. This is weird. Dave Burkett was saying, assuming Bridgewater still has it, is coming off a Dan Campbell quote that was quite unique, if I'm going to be completely honest. And here it is. It's Bridgewater, who went 0-2 as a starter. This isn't his quote. With the Dolphins last season, threw as many picks as touchdowns. That was 4 apiece. He only completed 62% of his passes. Yes, we know he's a known commodity. We know that he has played with Dan Campbell teams in New Orleans. They had 2 seasons together. And Campbell said this: we need to see if Teddy's still got it. And that's what the next 2 weeks of practice will be for. All of us kind of assumed this was just Teddy's. So here he goes, and Dan Campbell saying, we need to see if Teddy still got it. All right. So assuming he still has it, we're going to have a tough decision to make when it comes cut down time. All right. So do we keep 3 quarterbacks? Do we keep 2 quarterbacks? Is Sudfeld the third? Is Sudsy the second? All right. I think if we keep 3, it's clearly Sudfeld. But then Hooker will open the season on the PUP list, but could be back later in the season. So then what happens then? If we only keep 2 quarterbacks, does Hendon Hooker just automatically become our third quarterback? What does that look like? All right. So here's some of the other things, because you're saying to yourself, well, yeah, he can say that, but he did not think Sudfeld had a good game, right? Well, not really. When after talking about he threw a second interception late in the first half, he forced a pass into tight coverage. Yeah, tight coverage. It was behind Williams. It was into triple coverage. I mean, it was uber tight coverage. All right. Williams didn't get a clean release at the line of scrimmage, and he said this. Dan Campbell said this about him. He's trying to squeeze a ball in there to JMO, and it was high and it was hot. And then JMO got squeezed in the middle. So it's really on both of them, Campbell said. But we hate to discourage throwing those daggers into the field. We want him to launch them, and he did that, and it didn't work out. But I would say there was more positive than negative on Nate. I felt that way. So we're coming in. We get this stuff about does he have it, Teddy Bridgewater. We get this quote about Bridgewater on the does he have it. And then we're hearing things about Sudfeld, like where he's like, yeah, honestly, like I thought there was more good than bad. Well, I love you, Dan Campbell. I thought there was a lot more bad than good. He had a passer rating under 50, I think. He played extremely poor. He made a lot of bad reads. He held on to the ball, and I understand that offensive line was not protecting him. Like, I understand that offensive line was not protecting him at all. But still, you got to know that, like, okay, like, yeah, the offensive line isn't protecting, but he still has to be decent. So that's the QB room might look a lot different than you originally thought. But I also have something else that I want to talk to you about in this video. And that is that in a preseason game in Ford Field. Now remember, season tickets are sold out. So in a preseason game at Ford Field, the New York Football Giants were using silent counts. That's right, everybody. You heard me. The New York Giants were using silent counts because it was too loud in the stadium. I just think that's fantastic. I really do. And like when I think about these things, I'm like, it is a preseason game. And on the, on the TV broadcast, you saw the interviews and the players like, yeah, it's hype here. It's great to see people here. Jared Goff said it. A couple other people said it. And you're just like, yeah, that's what they're saying. Like we're not there, so we're not seeing it. Apparently it really was hype. So that the excitement around this team is palpable. Like it is unbelievably exciting right now. So that leads me to ask everybody the question. What are you most excited about this season for the Detroit Lions? Are you most excited to see if Goff can put together back-to-back good years or even build on it? Are you excited to see if Amon-Ra St. Brown is an elite wide receiver? Are you ready to see if Aiden Hutchinson takes that second-year leap at defensive end? Are you most excited about the 5 rookies, 4 of which are already getting large amounts of playing time? Are you most excited about the D-line, the O-line? Are you most excited about the new backfield? Like, there are so many things to be excited about, but give me something. Have a good take on this. Leave a comment and let us know what is that one thing that you are most excited about. It could be obscure. It could be the 5th or 6th wide receiver position. It could be JMO coming back after 6 weeks. It could be watching JMO during the preseason. Whatever it might be, tell me what you're excited about. Maybe it's a specific rookie like Branch. I don't know. But this is a fan base, me included, One Pride, let's go, that is clearly excited, clearly up for the task. And I just want to see what we're going to do with it. So anyways, let's see what happens. Also, one thing I'm excited to see, just thinking about this, I'm excited to see what Teddy Bridgewater coming to this roster does for Jameson Williams in the preseason. Because if Teddy Bridgewater is the quarterback for Jameson Williams, it might allow Jameson Williams to look even better because Bridgewater can throw the ball and put him in positions to succeed. I think that might be really, really cool. So I don't have anything further for you guys. I just wanted to talk about that. Feeling good, feeling pumped up, and I think we all are. Can't wait for preseason game number 2. I really can't. And can't wait to get on here, make videos, continue chatting with all of you in the comments about it. Which reminds me, if you haven't done so yet, please give a subscribe to the channel. Give a like to the channel. Why not? And as we've talked about for like the last 2 minutes, leave a comment. We're really trying to encourage more participation on the channel now. We've always just kind of filmed the videos, but it has been so much fun talking with you guys in the comment sections, seeing the excitement for the team, and some of you not as excited. We need some of that Kool-Aid to be, we need to take it down on the Kool-Aid every once in a while too. So, all right. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next video.